Hello there everybody, Oymon here, and welcome to the Séance of Blake Manor. Don't know why, I keep wanting to call it the Séance of Black Manor, but whatever. It's supposed to be Blake. I think I probably just misread it at one point. Anyway, that is neither here nor there. What is here is this game, which, as far as I understand it, is a puzzle game. A sort of a murder mystery, whodunit. Well, maybe whodunit. I think the person in question is actually missing rather than dead. So I guess we'll see on that front. Maybe somebody will end up dead. Who the hell knows? I mean, if we're performing a seance, presumably someone somewhere thinks someone is dead. Tends to be how seances work. You're not supposed to use them on the living. But anyway, this is the Séance of Blake Manor. It came out a little while back. I'm sort of late-ish to the party, but not like massively late, more just sort of fashionably late, as I usually am with all this stuff. But yeah, so the Séance of Blake Manor, I said, as far as I know, it's a puzzle game, and you got to work out. You got to solve puzzles, find the clues, and basically, as I said, it's like a whodunit. Beyond that, I don't know a lot about it, so it's going to be interesting how we get on with it. Because, you know, I like a good puzzle game. I remember I played that Crime Scene Investigators thing. Oh, no, it was Scene Investigators. That's right, they couldn't call it Crime Scene Investigators. I don't know if that was copyrighted or something like that. It was Scene Investigators, which was good fun, if a bit too specific for me. I'm hoping this one isn't quite so pedantic. We'll see, because it's a fine line you got to walk between, you know, being fun enough and like puzzling enough to be a bit of a challenge, but without going too far. And like, oh yeah, you see that one tiny little pixel there? Well, that was the big clue that solved the whole thing and you didn't find it. It's like, we'll see. But let's get into it. Yes, please. Dublin, Ireland, 1897.
Mr. Ward!
I'll waste no time, as there's none for wasting. I write from Blake Manor in Connemara. Yesterday a guest went missing. A young woman named Evelyn Dean. Everyone here carries on as if nothing has happened. She has not left. Of that I am sure. This envelope contains £200. Please, sir, accept this money and come quick, for I fear she's not long for this world. A further £300 will be paid out if you find her alive. I know the west of Ireland might well be the far side of the world for its distance from you, but there's no one else to turn to. I hear you are an honourable man, a steadfast investigator, and, perhaps most importantly, godly. I pray for the girl that this is true.
Well, there you go then. Day 1, Friday, October 29th, 11 p.m, Blake Manor Courtyard. Well, okay, we're straight into it. So yeah, as I said, I didn't think there was a murder. It was supposed to be just a missing persons thing. She might be alive, she might not, I don't know. We'll find out. Interesting that it's day 1. How many days am I... Sudden flashback... Sudden flashbacks to bloody blueprints all of a sudden. Woo, that is very bright.
Daughter of the slumlord, Rupert Dean. I wonder if my employer hired me because of my past with her father.
Ooh.
Or maybe they don't know of her father's involvement in my brother's death. I suppose that too will become clear in time.
Look, 1. The manor is miles from Golford, miles from anywhere. Without a horse, there's nowhere to go. So looking at things literally costs you time. You move faster by running, you move slower while crouching. Settings can be built in the option menu. S. A not uncommon centerpiece at a place such as this.
Hello?
Ahoy hoy.
Is somebody there? What in hell?
Evidence records. Washerwoman. I'm seeing things. The lateness of the hour and the long day of travel must have my nerves on edge. Still, perhaps I will ask. Press 2 to access your records. Ooh! Records contain a catalogue of all the evidence Ward has gathered during his investigation. Some evidence can be examined or analysed for further information. You can examine your hiring letter, for example. Discussable with a bunch of unknown people. Built on a conquered land by Edward Blake in 1655. Map of the region. And, Connaught. Luggage. Photograph. Okay. Observations, documents, and items. Makes sense. Timetable, and we actually get a specific map. That's nice. Okay. Something in the fountain where I thought I saw that woman. A shawl? I've got a bad feeling about this place. Probably just the rain more than anything else. Bronze statue of a lady. It's not that old. A few years, perhaps? Dedication to Mary Blake, the Marquis's wife. Though taken from us too soon, she will live on in our hearts and lives, through her kind and charitable deeds. Ooh, that's a lot of stuff. What a night for a night. And then once a night's enough for any man. Anything else? Aha! Barrel of rusty coloured rainwater. Oh, we've already used up 5 minutes just mooching around outside. Not mentioned? I should check with the front desk for any information on Miss Dean's whereabouts. Time is of the essence if you are to solve the mystery of Blake Manor. Time advances when Ward interact with objects and characters. You have until midnight tonight to resolve the mystery of Miss Dean's departure. You'll be free to further explore the manor in the coming day. What? That's odd. Alright, there's got to be more to it than that, right? It can't literally just be, oh, you've got 1 hour to solve the mystery and then... Huh. Turnips with carved... Turnips? What happened to pumpkin? Oh, maybe we don't have pumpkins, actually, at this point in history. I don't know. Ooh. Wait, ooh, hello. Nobody around. Could ring the bell at reception or spend a moment taking in the place first. Mr. Ooh. Each mystery contains evidence and leads. Evidence provides information for your investigation. Leads provides guidance and avenues for the investigation. Selecting a connection reveals context for why two nodes are connected. We've got the hiring letter. Could Miss Dean still be at the manor? 1 of 11 evidence pieces found. I see. Little of interest to me in here. Ooh, there's a book there. There's a telegraph room. I've got to pick what I got to do carefully. Newspaper, book, fireplace, skull, water, flyers. Grand Séance. Entertainment schedule and a clock. Bin. Private letter. Well, do I check myself in or do I have a mooch around first? Because it could be that you can't do certain interactions if there's people around. Potentially. It's weird they're saying I've got until midnight to solve the disappearance. I wonder if that's like a tutorial thing. I don't know. That's weird, isn't it? Well, let's just ring the bell.
Yes?
Hello, I'm Declan Ward. I telegrammed ahead.
I see. We did not receive your message, Mr. Ward. Our telegraph machine is broken. Regardless, I am Vincent Varley, the manager here. We are quite full at present, but we can fit you in. I'll send words that her room should be prepared, and I'll show you to it as soon as is possible. It shall be no later than midnight. But first, we require our guests to sign in, if you would.
Analyze people, documents, and certain items move to medical for observations. Miss Dean's signature. Signed the registration book a few days ago. There's a lot of names here, all signed within the last week. More than I thought there'd be. Including myself and Miss Dean, there are 17 others currently staying at the hotel. Guest sign-in times. Notice Miss Dean did not sign out. Only one guest is signed with an X, meaning this gathering has unusually high literacy rates. Interesting. Person X and a Father Lorcan Synod signed in after Miss Dean reportedly went missing.
I see you are busy for somewhere so remote, though it seems quiet around here.
The seance has brought a great many visitors, it's true. Most have retired early to be ready for the weekend ahead.
Indeed. The, seance. I noticed the Miss Dean's name signing in. Does that happen to be Evelyn Dean?
It is. Rather, it was. I'm afraid she's not staying with us any longer. Were you hoping to meet her?
I was. She's, left already?
She has, yes. Can I help with anything else?
Using conversation with characters by discovering evidence from your records. Certain responses will reveal new information. Mysteries. Like to discuss evidence. Okay. Right. So is it like everything I could ask him about? So you got some trouble with this event. Seance is the first of its kind. It seemed prudent to put some expense into it. What makes this seance distinct from any other? I simply run the hotel and would not be the best source for an in-depth explanation, but I suppose I will try. A typical seance allows only limited communication with ghosts, limited in that a medium is needed, a host, a device, etc. It's believed that at the right time of year, with the right collection of people gathered, a more direct form of communication could be achieved. And so those people have been gathered here at Samhain, where and when the veil is thinnest, to see if that is true. As I say, this is the belief. Whether you believe it, Mr. Ward, is up to you. You mentioned the telegraph machine is down? It is. Lucky the storm shorted the battery. Terrible timing. I tried to wire up the replacement, but haven't had any luck. I'll have the groundman's look in the morning. Could you tell me about Mary Blake? Marchioness Blake was a kind woman and dedicated mother. Her death came as a deep and tragic shock to us all at the manor. The Marquis and his son were naturally never the same. No doubt that is the reason this seance is taking place now. I feel like we're chewing through a lot of time, but may as well get the lay of the land here. I feel like there's something... I don't know, but there's got to be more to it than that. You will think me quite mad, Mr. Varley, but I'm sure I saw a woman washing something in the fountain. Well, I can assure you our facility has full laundry. Nothing is washed in the fountain. Perhaps you saw a Benai? Would be fitting for the time of year and the gathering here, though unfortunate for whoever's clothes were being washed. What can you tell me about the manor? Well, it was built in the mid-1600s on land awarded to Edward Blake for his part in the Cromwellian conquest of Ireland. It has since been passed down through the generations of the Blake family and has survived any number of tragedies. Marquis Jonathan Blake is the latest in the line to hold the title, with him and his son, young Master Walter, being the last two members of the line. It was the Marquis's initiative to open the manor as a hotel in 1870 to pull the place through the difficult post-famine years. That's all I could say, though I suspect there is more information in the library, should you care for more. Is there much to do outside the manor? Refreshments can be requested on the patio. Many of our guests enjoy walking around the grounds, and there's a hedge maze for your enjoyment. Mr. Hunter also offers horse riding sessions, though I believe those are now booked out. But if you're asking if there's anything outside the grounds, no. Galford, the town you took the carriage from, is our closest point of contact. I'm sure you will find the hotel offers everything you could need during your stay with us. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner are served in the dining room. There's a well-stocked library, a bar, and a drawing room for relaxation, which includes a variety of games and records for your entertainment. Sadly, the bathhouse is closed at this time of year. The water is too cold to heat. And usually we have the telegraph room for communication. I'm sure it will be repaired soon. Last one. I'm sorry about the late hour. I misjudged the time needed for the journey. It happens often enough, though usually not so late in the day. Our driver knows the route well. He would shorten your return trip. I'll keep that in mind. Thanks. You may dispose of your luggage on the rack to my right. Our porter will then bring it to your room when ready. We've got nothing else here. Sorry, did you say Miss Dean departed already? Yes, Tuesday night. Perhaps Wednesday morning? Her letter said she had to leave on short notice. Letter? Oh. In truth, she took her luggage and left in the middle of the night. In the morning, we found only a letter and her payment at the front desk. Would that be usual for her? Could not say, sir. It's the first time she'd ever stayed here. Analyze. Cracked in the glasses. Must be difficult to see through. Unhappy expression. Is it me or is it something else? Hands on pocket watch. He keeps checking his pocket watch. He's either pressed for time, ruled by routine, or both. Don't know if there's anything. Oh, I suppose we can discuss him. Oh no, now we've got more stuff to talk to him about. What can you tell me about yourself, sir? Well, the manager here at the hotel. With the utmost respect, Mr. Ward, I think that's all you need to know. Okay. I don't know if we should be careful about what we ask at this point or not. The game hasn't said, oh, be careful what you say. You might piss someone off. So it seems as though time is our biggest resource. I don't really get why, but okay. Do you happen to drop your glasses? It's nothing, sir. They are serviceable. I'll have them repaired after the event. Right, so you look rather perturbed. I'm perfectly fine. My mind is on the hotel and the event. Of course. You busy? Sir, I notice you're holding your pocket watch there. These events do not run themselves. Its and the manor's success depends on tight scheduling. Okay. Well.
I need nothing else, thank you.
Then please wait here. The staff will prepare your room, and I'll be back to show you to it shortly. Now, if you will excuse me, with the telegraph machine broken, I have delivery orders to write for the morning. If you need me again, you know how to summon me.
Okay, and he's off. So, Miss Dean was here but left. Her date of departure does line up with the letter I received. Good to see the letter she left behind. Seems my cutoff for investigating is midnight. I should get a move on. Detective vision. Ooh. We're Batman. Yep, pretty much. When interacting with a person or object, you may have more than one action. Yeah. We'll leave this here. Got cloakroom. Luggage room. I can't imagine the fireplace is going to be important. Newspaper might help. I'm curious what this book is because it's in a drawer. Book of poetry. Oh. I think that's important then. Local news, albeit an old issue. Some pages are missing. What remains is all positive stories. We know what the date is. Listing of all guest activities planned for this event. It's a mass ball tomorrow evening at 9 p.m. Sunday there's a silent dinner at 8 p.m. On Sunday evening the Grand Séance takes place in the Hedge Maze. Really? Talks held daily in the drawing room located in the West Corridor. Information on talks will be posted outside the room each morning. Okay. What on earth could these be for? Could be they're important, and there's a clue for their use somewhere. Newspaper from 3 years ago. The main story is the carriage accident that resulted in the death of the Marquis's wife. Carriage accident? Something of trashy romance novels. The letter was written in swirly script that I think might be Middle Eastern. I want to determine whether anything suspicious happened to Miss Dean before I retire for the night. I'm running out of time. Personal letter from a Victoria Lau. No reference to the manner or planned event whatsoever. Letters from Miss Dupre. He is... Mr. Dupre even. He is half-heartedly inquiring about a business. Photo of him outside the manor is included. List of staff rota for the next few days, recording their movements by timetable in case it proves useful. I've looked around here, I'm not sure if Miss Dean's letter will be still being kept in the reception area. Likely the manager has it in his office. Sounds like there's somewhere on the other side. Salt. Ooh. Blasted cold, Mr. Hunter. Best get on with fixing that window soon. That's the turnips. Hold up. Yep. He said something. Some advice, I could probably climb up if I needed. Okay, I shouldn't climb up there myself, should I? Because the shore was right here. Where'd it go? I don't know where it went. Okay. So my guess, I've got to get the guy out of that room to go snooping for the letter, right? But how? How do I get the guy out? Locked. Event, except there seems to be something stuck inside. Very fastened firmly to the wall, I can't get it out. That's a strange symbol on that. What is that? Locked, of course, but there's something about the pattern on the lid. Wait, it's pulling me in. I have to return here later. Everything needed to pen a letter. I don't know, I figured that might be useful. Okay. There's a faint smell of burnt paper in the air in here. Typewriter. Seems to be stationary. Voltic pile battery. What? Voltic battery is built by stacking cells to reach the required voltage output. This diagram shows a voltic battery with an output of 4 volts. A cell is made up of 2 discs called an anode and a cathode, separated by an electrolyte bridge. Hotel's primary means of communication with the outside world. Apparently the battery is dead, requires 6 volts. The burnt out discs are where the smell in the room is coming from. I'll remove them in case there's any risk of fire. Alright, let's give this a try. Use these new discs to replace the old ones. Need to assemble a battery with the right voltage to power the telegraph machine. Just needs the right number of discs in the right order. Yeah. Battery seems to be working. The telegraph machine now has a hum to it. I should tell the manager. Nice. That should get him out of there. Was that a thing? Ding, 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 ding. Hello.
May I be of service, Mr. Ward?
Yes, I fixed the telegraph machine.
Your telegraph machine seems to be functional.
Is that so? Mr. Hunter must have slipped in unnoticed and fixed it. Then you'll have to excuse me. I have messages to send ahead of tomorrow. I will be in the telegraph room should you need me. You shouldn't be waiting much longer for your room, I assure you. It will be ready by midnight at the latest.
Check quickly, don't know how long he'll stay in there. Character locations, points of interest, and rooms can be viewed on the map. Ooh. The yellow under indicates where Ward is. You can also see where the characters are. Characters change position every hour. Sure to keep an eye on the map. New areas as you explore the map. Interesting. I'm going to take a wild stab that it's locked. Oh no. No, it's not locked. Alright, we don't have a lot of time. Where would you put that letter? So many letters, I don't know which one. Complaint letter, letters. Okay. Stack of letters. Letters requesting gramophones. No, nothing there. Complaint letter. Response to Mr. Varley. Assurance child is safe but is otherwise not forthcoming. Good. Mr. Varley mid-draft orders. Not that. It's not in the safe, is it? No way knowing the code for this in little time. She searched the rest of the office for the letter. There's letters. That. Letter complaining about the housekeeper. Record of who is in which room, useful information. Something under it. I did notice that. I think... Yes, this is Miss Dean's departure letter. His desk? Strange. You must have been examining it when I arrived. It's signed. I wonder, does this match her signature in the sign-in book? Are there any differences between these signatures? Well, yeah, the E is different for a start. Signatures are close, but they don't match. Someone else wrote this letter of hers. Who and why? I've gathered enough evidence to craft a hypothesis. Evidence provides keywords for each hypothesis. Press 1 to access. Woo! Press make hypothesis to open the hypothesis panel. I'm still missing a piece of evidence though. It said there was only 10 of 11. Create a hypothesis by filling in the missing words using keywords gleaned from evidence. Press consider to determine if you are correct. Hang on. Damn it, it won't let me out. Okay. How do I... Oh. What if? I know what happened here.
So, Miss Dean didn't leave the hotel. And somebody wants us to think that she did. But who? Can I learn anything about the culprit? Of course. Educating the people over here isn't exactly the Crown's highest priority. As a result, literacy rates are low enough in the west of Ireland. The fact that this letter was written at all is a useful clue to the identity of the culprit behind whatever has befallen Miss Dean.
Somebody wants us to think that they did. Facts about the culprit. Completing the hypothesis is crucial to advancing the mysteries, finding Miss Dean. As each successful hypothesis will reveal facts about the culprit. Information you know about the culprit will appear on the panel to the left. Use it as the story unfolds to eliminate suspects on this screen. For now, it's time to get some rest. And a lot of characters we know nothing about.
Mr. Ward. Mr. Ward. Your room is ready.
I should probably not let him know I was in there.
Mr. Ward. Your room is ready. Mr. Doyle has taken your luggage ahead.
Ooh. Well, this is fancy. What a nice place. What the hell is that? Strange contraption. I wonder what its function is. What is it measuring? What is it, an ectoplasm thing for the seance? Southeast corridor. Mystery? Ooh. Lake Manor, huh? Yeah, it's kind of like what we saw from outside. Closing preparation for Saturday's evening ball. You know, it's kind of killing me just a little bit that I can't examine everything because it wastes time. Everyone with dark hair, she's holding an ornate vase that looks to be Egyptian. That's curious. Plaque reads, Lady Wilhelmina Blake.
This room's yours, sir. Number 4.
Sunken red eyes. Somebody's irritating them. Unusual Celtic cross. Seems different than many I've seen. Shaky hands. Seems to be suffering from some kind of tremor. Interesting.
Well, this is your room, sir. Breakfast is served at 9 a.m. in the East Wing Dining Hall. Nice chance to meet your fellow guests, that. Oh, I also put your luggage inside, sir. Anyway, sleep well and all that.
Okay. Thank you very much. That's even one of those weird changing things. Nothing in there. Nope. Guide to local flora and fauna, though the locale in question seems to be the north of England. Sure. What the hell? Sure, why not? Gramophone. Char. My imagination, or has this been opened? Certainly nothing seems missing or moved. Well, I got 3 minutes to decide what else I want to do. If anything. Freshly dressed with good quality sheets. I should rest. Yeah, might as well. Interesting. Oh. We're actually doing stuff. This bodes well. Fancy. I don't remember seeing those hands in there before, and I'm pretty sure I'd have noticed. I know, they appear as you pass by. Oh, that was not a good sign. Right. This happens to be a dead end. Then again, maybe not. Oh, it's the low force. Do we know what this is? No, I can't seem to leave. Do all the lines, okay. That would be one of those not normal things. Nice. Ooh, that's a familiar symbol. That's from the main menu. The O in Manor. Ooh, 8. Fair enough.
Oh, my head. I don't feel rested at all. What was that dream? So vivid. Despite my tiredness, I've woken with a new eagerness to attend this event séance. Given I only learned about the event last night, I find that odd.
Yeah. What on earth was that?
What on earth was that?
Yes! Correct. That is the correct response. Day 2. Saturday. Ooh.
How fast must it have been going to break through like that, Mr. Hunter?
Hard to say, Mr. Sham. Some of the wood up there needs replacing, so all he had to do was hit the wrong part.
Stable master and groundsman, Mr. Darrow Hunter. Given the attire, he's likely Father Lorcan Sinot. Those whispering women, only one matching pair signed at the same time, Miss Victoria Lau and Miss Ivy MacLeod.
What is happening here, Mrs. Joyce? Myself and the Marquess were in a meeting with Miss Mantovani.
Oh, sirs, it were a crow. Poor thing was dead on impact. But don't you worry, we'll get this cleaned up in no time.
Caitlin Joyce, the housekeeper.
Sorry, Marquess.
Miss Murphy?
I was just coming to get you for young Master Walter. He won't eat alone. The food'll go cold for long.
Miss Murphy, the cook.
Well, then I shouldn't keep Walter waiting any longer. Come, I shall leave the rest of you to it, and trust everyone to have a good day.
Marquis of Doon, Jonathan Blake. Would the boy in that painting be the master of the house, Walter? Motion seems to be drawing a crowd. Is this everyone then? Everyone except Miss Dean, of course.
What's all this about a dead crow? Would that be a bad omen for anyone traveling today, yes?
Please, Mr. Coventry. Oh, Finn's being here is bad enough omen.
Ha! She said far worse about me, and it all true. Aye, it's a bad omen, Coventry. No doubt about that.
Mr. Finn. He wasn't in the sign-in book. He must be the X. We're getting introduced to our colourful cast of characters.
A bad omen. And it didn't show up in your cards, Mrs. Erickson. Oh my.
Show some respect. Mr. Dupre, can't you keep your woman in line? Or is your dynamic the other way around?
Mrs. Darcy is not my woman, Mr. Scarrett, nor am I her man. We are people and belong only to ourselves.
Actually, the cards are more of a tool, a guide. They reflect...
Is there a need to prove yourself, Mrs. Erickson? Huh?
French accent. He's likely Mr. Toussaint, then. The process of elimination, then. That distracted man must be Cathal O'Mara. Of course, those remaining women. The lady on the right looks more like a Barbosa, and the other a Quinn.
Speaking of late arrivals, who is our newest guest?
This might be a good time to mention that breakfast will be ready at 9 a.m. in case anyone wants to return to their rooms and freshen up.
Saved by the bellboy. One of those people must be behind Miss Dean's disappearance. Who are they all? They're all here for the séance, and some of them know one another, clearly. Do they all know one another? I'm clearly an infiltrator. I can't think on that too much, or I'll grow paranoid. All I can do is the job. Investigate her vanishing, and probe into these people. One of them is behind it. The more I can learn about them, and their reasons for being here, the better chance I have of finding her. I should make a record of their movements. It might be helpful to know what their plans are and when their rooms are free. Well, okay then. Oh, hello.
Un moment. Monsieur? You would be Declan Ward, correct? Allow me to even the playing field. Huh? I am Etienne Toussaint, a debunker of fraudulent mystics. And it's the topic of fraud I wish to speak with you on.
Can we, pause? No, we can't. Okay. Well, tell you what. Time isn't moving, and I want to go grab a cup of tea because I'm a bit thirsty. There's a little more talking in this than I expected. Because when it started with voice acting, I was like, oh, voice acting. But not everything is voice acted, but that's fine. Yeah, this is interesting. I'm not entirely sure what to make of this. I'm wondering... Okay, I don't want to say because I'm probably... Well, no, in fact, no, I don't think I'm wrong. I think I'm right. But I guess I don't want to tip my hand too soon. I'm just wondering if all we've got is basically 2 days. Because the seance is happening on Sunday, and presumably that's like the big main event, right? Is this a time loop game? Have I inadvertently stumbled into yet another time loop game? I'm just wondering that, because we get that like start, you know, the midnight thing, that's your prologue. And then that's like your test, like, you know, how good are you at putting all this together? And now it's like, now we've got 2 days, and I'm wondering like, I wonder. I don't know. I guess we'll see. I have that vibe suddenly. I'm like, we've got a very limited time, and if we're supposed to be learning about all this stuff, it's like we learn it now, and then it pays off in later loops or something. I don't know. It's just the way it's presenting, this is what you have to learn, just has that vibe to it, you know? But maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe I'm not. Anyway, I'm going to take a break. Back in a minute, guys. And we are back. Okay, well, we've got Mr. Toussaint in front of us right now. And you've got to pronounce it like that because he himself is French. So let's have a quick analyze of the guy. See what we can come up with. Ooh. Society of Physical Research. Interesting. Notebook in pocket. Okay, fair enough. That's not a lot to talk about, but let's see what we got. Strange device. Oh yeah, I should definitely talk to him about that strange device. Presumably he knows what the hell it is. Okay. What do I want to talk to him about? It's interesting that people doesn't show up here. Okay, let's talk to him about the seance. Presumably that's why he's here, correct? Do you think the seance's claims could be true? That they can actually summon a ghost and talk to it directly? There had to be a click. You ask the wrong man, monsieur. But many things were considered impossible until they were done. Huh? I have witnessed many strange things in my line of business. From what I know of her, if it can be done, then Mademoiselle Mantovani, can do it. You know me, sir? Not quite. I know of you. Remains to be seen if you truly are the man I have read about. Have you noticed anything strange happening about the manor? I've noticed handprints on my mirror, as if it were cold. Not the strangest thing, or at least I have seen stranger through my work. Interesting. Have you studied that strange device in the atrium? I have, and it is strange indeed. But this place has other similar devices. I'm unsure if it means anything or if it is purely for display. May I ask, what does that crest you're wearing indicate? Ah, it is the emblem of the Society of Physical Research, a grouping of curious individuals who try to apply academic rigor to paranormal situations. It is a mixed set, some believers, some skeptics, some in between. But I find it suits me to have some like-minded people to share my work with. Fair enough, so they're, basically paranormal investigators, as he says. Do you always carry a notebook with you, Mr. Toussaint? More often than not. There's a lot to record. Best I don't chance it to something fragile like memory. You agree, no? I've seen you making notes in your own journal, yeah? Yeah. I mean, he's not wrong. That's very fair. Searching out fraud must be easy work in an event such as this. In what way, monsieur? Well, it is a séance. Surely everyone involved in running it is a charlatan, and the rest naive fools. Au contraire, monsieur. Many of the guests are true magical practitioners. But at a gathering such as this, there is likely to be somebody looking to take advantage of the more vulnerable attendees. those who merely believe. You suspect someone, then? I believe most attendees are legitimate practitioners, but yes, I have my suspicions. Attendees instead have their own problems to be solved. Solving these mysteries will help you uncover more about the relationship with Dean and their own reasons for attending the seance. You have gained enough evidence to solve Mr. Toussaint's hypothesis. After solving the hypothesis, confront Mr. Toussaint to find out what your deductions have revealed. Okay. Before we do that, excuse me, but did you say there are people here who think they can perform magic? No. I said that there are people who can perform it. You are, I know, not of this scene, but believe me when I tell you magic, rituals, ghosts, it's all real. It's hard, of course, and expensive in what it takes, so it is not commonplace. Easier for some to fake. This is ridiculous. To you right now? Maybe. But you are here now, and you will soon see many unexplainable things. Okay. Why can I not leave? It really won't let me leave this, will it? I was thinking, oh, I want to talk to him about the proof thing. I thought that was me. Oh, never mind. Mr. Toussaint's goal is to blank me into blank a blank for blank. To coerce me into investigating a fraudulence for his society? If doesn't seem right, really. Also no. Really? I mean, it said I had enough to solve it, and it literally won't let me continue without doing so. So I've obviously got this correct. It's definitely coerced an investigation. A fraudulence. You're absolutely sure that that's not it? I guess for fraudulence? Okay, sure. I don't know what. Yeah, okay.
It seems Mr. Toussaint is here on a witch hunt and intends to force me to his side. I should confront him about this.
Your goal is to coerce me into investigating a guest for fraudulence.
Quite right. Excellent. I had planned to do it myself, but once I saw you, I knew you would have to help, Detective.
So, you do know who I am?
Indeed. I am an investigator of my own sort, you see. It would be foolish of me enter a new country and not read the papers, n'est-ce pas? As for my own investigation, I have focused on Madame Hazel Erickson. I'll get to the heart of it. She's an out-and-out fraud. About this, I have no trace of a doubt. But I believe alone is not quite enough. I still lack evidence. Here, take this key. It will let you into room 19, Madame Erickson's room. There you can find something that proves the case. Of this, I'm sure.
What makes you think I'd do a thing like that?
That's your job, is it not? And you would want to keep your presence here quiet, no? You won't hear a thing further about your presence once you have aided. Here, the key. I shall see you back with the evidence inside the hour. Yes? Otherwise, well, I will have to make an announcement at breakfast. You'll be out no long after, I assure you.
And how do you expect me to get into Miss Erickson's room safely?
I believe I heard her discussing her plans with Monsieur Aufin. You might consider listening in.
That's interesting. So, maybe it's not a time loop thing. Maybe you're just literally on the clock every hour. What is with E? Okay. You drop on private conversations to discover more clues.
I'm sorry, sir, but do you have a pen I can borrow?
No use for one. Drudgery is an oral tradition, so I never got much into the writing. I hope it served me grand for my purposes. Do you want my chisel?
No. I was planning on taking some notes. I want to go downstairs and examine the energy left by that poor bird before breakfast.
Why?
I suspect there is something to be learned about our fortunes here. If only I could have gotten to it before it was cleaned up.
Aye, well, I suppose some folks here have never gutted a bird to read its entrails before.
Is that some kind of Irish saying?
No.
Oh, well, you'll excuse me then.
Mr. Finn doesn't write, and I didn't see his name on the sign-in book. Must be the person who marks his name with an X. I'll make a note of that. You already suspected that. I suppose that's, like, official. While investigating, you can learn characters' movements across the weekend. This information is learned by asking people, searching room, listening in on conversations, and more. This information will be added to the timetable. And oh my god. If you learn more information, timetable will be populated. Characters will appear on the map each hour. You know their schedule for that time slot. Oh my god, we were Majora's masking this. I think, you know, okay, this more or less confirms it for me. I'm pretty sure we're time looping this at this point. We get 2 days and we're looping. Crown. Staff. Belt. And beard. Uh-huh. Yes, very good. Can't hear anything, doesn't sound like there's anyone on the other side. You'd better hope not. Well, we've already got wrapped up in some breaking and entering. Crystal ball. Looks like tarot cards. Okay, don't touch anything until we're certain. Attendees list. Though she said she didn't have a pen. Okay, that's important. Remains of a letter from a contract telling her that she is magically void, meaning she cannot learn magic no matter how hard she tries. No wonder she burnt it. Uh-huh. Schedule. That can come in handy. No new schedule for this weekend. I've noticed a movement in my timetable. Good. That'll definitely come in handy over the long run. Really? She's got one of those. Oh my god. What the hell? Mixture of morphine and scopolaminin? Where is this concoction being used to sedate people? Is it for her own use or something more sinister? Hugged. Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn. Spiritual Society. I've heard of them before. I think they've been in other games I've played. In fact, I think I remember because I kept getting them confirmed with the Mythic Dawn from Oblivion. Book by Mr. Toussaint's flaws in their methodology. Several pages bookmarked. I suppose you got to learn how the other half works if you want to be able to con people properly. That was the schedule. What's this? It says targets. Miss Deem's name is circled.
I'm running out of time to find Mr. Toussaint as evidence.
Are you? Why? Oh. Something what? What's the combination for this, I wonder? Oh, hang on. What was the... Is it this? Hugged. H-O-G-D. That makes sense. Couldn't remember what it was. H-O-G... D. Gotcha. What? Oh, I thought it was dynamite for a second. I was like, what the hell? Runes, candles, collection of notes. Some ancient looking pages. Illuminatus Magicus Consumato. Magic resides in the heart of the user. Consume it and you will take their power. Ew. Placed the sedated victim inside the ritual circle. Candles, a knife, bog oak, everything required to carry out the ritual. But who? I cannot risk picking another pariah like me. Oh, she was planning to off someone, perform a ritual, and take their heart. And we know who it was because she'd circled her bloody name. A ritual to eat the heart of a person stealing their magical abilities. Good God, she can't honestly mean to go ahead with this. Small stones. Candles. Is that everything? It's a giant lump of glass. Also, for the record, you're definitely supposed to keep these things covered at all times. I think, is there anywhere I haven't looked? I mean, nothing special about her shoes, but I suppose I should check. Yeah, we looked at that. I mean, that explains why she had the syringe. So do I need to... Ooh. Focus profile. Okay, well, I think that's everything I can look at. I can't see anything else that I haven't. Oh, I should probably close that. And no, I wanted to... Just so she thinks that no one's been in here, otherwise she might get suspicious. Probably not something I need to worry about, but you never know, right? Oh, that was the one other thing I never looked at. No? Nothing of note or import. Get out of here before she comes back. Wow. What is this mystery button? Ah, okay.
Hello again, Monsieur Ward. Can I help you?
Perhaps. Found a scrap of paper indicating that Mrs. Erickson is a pariah. Well, this might interest you. It does, but a scrap, you say? Is the page complete? Is she named on it? She's not. It will not suffice. I do not think we could convince anyone it isn't a forgery, however real it might be. Found a ritual in her room. Talks of eating a person's heart to steal their magical abilities. But surely this is nonsense, sir. Such a thing cannot be real. What's more, she cannot intend on doing this. That is ominous. Rather too ominous. Certainly such rituals exist. Do they work? I cannot say. Would she do it? Madame Erickson is a fraud, monsieur. But I have trouble believing her capable of such a deranged act. You'll no doubt find many here studying strange things, but reading a book on sacrifice is not the same as performing it, correct? If we were to know this is her plan, and not academic in nature, then she would need to confess. She's unlikely to confess to me. But you? Perhaps. Discovered a list of in her room with the names of guests on it. Interesting. It doesn't prove anything in itself. A list of marks for her fraudulent ways, or a list for something more? Who can say off this alone? Your name was marked off. How insulting. Is the people she does not like, perhaps? Evelyn Dean's name was circled. At the top was written targets. Interesting. Speculation, yes, but perhaps it is that I do not use magic, whereas Mademoiselle Dean, she is rumoured to be a studied woman.
That's all.
Take care, monsieur.
So... I think I need to talk to her, and I don't have a lot of time left. Costume jewelry. Crest on a necklace. Nervous energy. Interesting. Hypothesis. Okay. Can we actually discuss the hypothesis? Or? Why can't I make a hypothesis? You said I can make a hypothesis. Yes. How do I... Ooh. Yeah, how do I get out of this one into someone else's? I feel like this game hasn't explained everything properly to me. That's interesting. End of day. What's up with that? So hang on a minute. We've got this. That's fine. How do I... How do I get to the other one? I don't want to look at this. I want to look at the other mystery, like the one I'm trying to currently investigate. Why could I not look at that? For goodness sake, I don't...
Well, hello there. I don't recognize you. We haven't met before, have we?
We haven't. I'm Declan Ward. Mrs.
Erickson. Hazel, if ever we should get so friendly.
Don't think you and I are about to become friends.
I'm a medium by trade, so naturally I had to come to this gathering. I'm hoping to pick up some new skills before the end.
Yeah, let's skip to the end, shall we? Okay, your goal is to consume the heart of Evelyn Dean to steal her magical abilities. Boom. What if? I know what happened here. Wasn't hard to work out.
Erickson intends on murdering Evelyn Dean to eat her heart and steal her magical abilities. I must confront her before it's too late.
Interesting. So we need to specifically confront her, do we?
Mr. Ward, what troubles you?
I'm not sure if we should be doing this. We should at least go private somewhere, right? Your goal is to consume the heart of Evelyn Dean to steal her magical abilities.
How could you possibly... Can you, read minds? Or did you let yourself into my room to rifle through my belongings? Bad news for both of us, then. You can't say anything without giving yourself up as a thief. And who would believe you? Whatever it is, you're no mystic, so there's no way you can't understand. To know such secrets exist, such wonders to see. And to be kept from it by some abnormality. What's the reason? I've put the work in and nothing. Am I a soulless freak? Is that why? Am I to be punished in this life and then again for eternity? Would you sit by and do nothing? Well, I won't. I'll have my heart, my powers, my soul, and all you get by saying something is a nasty dealing with when I have them. Stay out of this, Mr. Ward, if you have any sense.
Good lord, woman is insane, desperate, or both. She must be stopped. Maybe Mr. Toussaint will have some ideas. One additional actions in the mind map?
Hello again.
Mrs. Erickson has confessed to me. Quite a gruesome plan. She is indeed a fraud. She has no magical powers. She seems to be incapable of using magic, in fact. Something that plagues her, to the point where she will perform a ritual to steal the heart and magical prowess from another ear.
What? No, it cannot be.
She is in dire need to feel magic. To have it seems. But also, she fears that the reason she cannot use magic is a flaw in her soul.
She's blinded, of course, by our desires. Anyone who believes in a soul would also believe that there is no eternal bliss for them after murder. Especially in a manner so foul. What's more, now you and I know our plan. Here, take my notes. Let her know that if she does this, not only it will stain her in her God's eyes for eternity, but also we'll see her hanged and raised to this oblivion she fears so much. She would be better served getting off this path now and finding more mundane solutions to finding her God's favor. I am told one can cleanse her soul with coin. My record shows she certainly coined enough of that in her time. As for you and me, Monsieur Ward, our business is done. Whatever reason you're really here, your identity is safe with me. And as for this place, news of our plans has turned my stomach. I've had enough mysticism for this trip. I shall be sitting the séance out. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have notes to make in my quarters. Au revoir, monsieur.
Ooh. Mr. Toussaint is no longer attending the séance. Huh. What the hell? Gauge decreased and the light went out as soon as Mr. Toussaint decided he was no longer attending the séance. What exactly is that device monitoring and why? Maybe I should convince another guest to avoid the event and see if this occurs again. That is interesting. So is that...
Excuse me, sir.
Here already. Hello.
Is this your room? Number 4? Mr. Ward.
Yes, that's me.
Sorry to disturb you, sir. Just delivering this parcel to your room. It was left for you at the front desk.
Hmm? By who?
No idea, sir. It was left when nobody was about to see. Anyway, I'll leave you to it.
What is this? A journal? It has Miss Dean's name on it. What's inside? How did it get here? No postmark. So it came from the hotel itself. But from who? Regardless who sent it, I should read the thing. Sunday the 24th. She talks of her arrival at the Manor. Everything seems to go smoothly. Her writing is delicate and graceful, as was her signature. What are these 4 symbols beside the word supplies? Monday the 25th. Seems she bumped into someone and was not pleased to see them. It looks as if she was to name them on the following page, but information's now missing. Seems some pages were torn out. Tuesday the 26th. The night she went missing. She speaks of feelings of dread and she doubts she will sleep that night. Her writing's become more erratic since she arrived at the Manor. A sigil with dreams scrawled next to it. I saw this in my dream. Did she dream it too? What does this mean? Do we have the same dream? What does it mean? Has anyone experienced anything similar, I wonder? If I could find even 3 people with similar experiences, I could be sure there's something there. Why specifically 3? There's already you and someone else. You only need 1 more person, technically speaking. Because once is just a random event, twice is a coincidence, 3 times is a pattern. This will left me with more questions than answers. Perhaps some answers lie in her reasons for being here. Maybe I can find something related to that, or otherwise useful by searching her room. Which room was she staying in?
Mr. Ward, surely we have nothing left to discuss?
Mrs. Erickson, we need to talk.
This had best not be about my personal affairs again. Why don't you do us both a favor, Mr. Ward, and stop interfering? What could you, of all people, possibly have to say to me?
That's not a bad point. Perhaps you'll be more interested in what Mr. Toussaint has to say. Shall we go to your room then? Or would you rather discuss this in the open?
Yes, my room, sir.
Ooh, okay, sure.
So you've read the notes and understand your situation. Whether you face eternal damnation now is a point of debate. You assume that this is linked to this magical nullness you have. You may well be wrong. But if you do this, then you are locking yourself onto that path. And Mr. Toussaint will ensure your remaining days will not be easy. Magic or no.
He's right. I'm a damned fool. I wanted so much to be special. to have what the others have. But now you have taken that hope from me. Maybe you will have saved my soul. But even now, I think I'd pay that price for a taste of that. If he wasn't going to rob my chance to use and appreciate it, I would curse you both if I didn't know there would be no venom in my bite. But he wins. I forsake this ritual. And I forsake this seance. I have no want to see others enjoying what I will never have. I hope they see their ghost and more. So much more.
Ooh. Well, there's another person not going now, presumably.
Now, I would really like to be left alone. I have a lot to think about.
Yay! That's good news. There it goes. I was right. The gauge decreases as people's plans for the seance change. Still unsure if the device's purpose, but my gut says I want this as decreased as possible by the seance. If this seance has attracted the likes of Mrs. Erickson, and then Miss Dean, maybe in even more danger than I realized. I was able to make her see sense, but I doubt that's enough to spare her from eternal damnation. She's a fraud, an unrepentant sinner, and no regard for the harm caused by her pursuit of power. How many desperate people has she cheated to get this far? Can she atone for what she's already done? That is, if she even realizes she needs to. Regardless, she's no longer my concern. Well, it's almost time for food. So yeah, this has gone down. Only one light's gone though, that's interesting. Maybe it's like one light goes off when it's there, then second light there, third light there, fourth light there. God, do you know what this makes me think of? Oh, what is the name of that movie? I've never seen it, but I've seen like clips. Was it Prince of Darkness or something like that? It's basically the devil is this giant jar of green goo, and it looks a bit like that. It's weird. Well, okay, so we are now officially... Yay! Oh, is that how I get into it? Ooh. Yeah, okay. So we got all that, huh? Right, I see. Ah, I see. Right, so that's how I'm supposed to get into it. Ooh. Right, so the culprit... Right, that... Okay, see, that would have been something that would have been nice for you to explain, game, rather than just throwing me into the deep end. That's fine, that's okay. So, in terms of things, D-Hunter is apparently out in the stables at the moment. Oh no, because it's we're still in the 8, so... Yeah, she's in the atrium. S. Murphy's in the kitchen basement, apparently. Oh, what do you mean away? How can someone be away? Oh, never mind. Right. Can we look around? We might as well, because I'm fairly certain I need to get stuff onto the map. Oh no, it looks like we've already got most of it. Then again, maybe not. Okay, so we can wander around without doing too much. Atrium, oh, dining room is off that way. That's good to know. Staff only. Need bed linen and towels. Water closet. Yeah, if you've actually ever wondered what WC means when it's on a toilet, they used to be called water closets. If you've ever wondered that. Yes, that feels a lot like me right now. The library. A door back into the atrium, huh? Let's have a mooch. Certain topics can be researched in the library to uncover further information. Key research topics will always be found on the research desk. The bookshelves can be used to gain supplementary information. Topics can be learned from other characters. Explorations into fields of archaeology. Anything you want to look up. Well, this doesn't seem to take time. As far as I can tell. Psychology? Oh crap, this place is huge. Is there a way to know... I was wondering if there was a way, because I know I've definitely seen things where he said, oh, I should look that up in the library, but I can't remember what they were, is my point. Hang on. If folk healing is one of them, right? Where does folk healing come into it? What is there a color to it? What is this? Oh, I see. Yeah, by time. Folk healing is not an observation. Thinking analysis either. Folk healing. Many accomplished modern doctors and physicians have been born, raised and trained in Ireland, and thus there is no shortage of such doctors there. Ireland is home to a parallel discipline often known as folk healing, that is, the tradition of treating ailments, common and uncommon, with hedge magic, from the tangible, such as the applications of herbal teas and tinctures, to the intangible and somewhat more fantastical, often the creations or applications of charms or rites. While there is a belief that such ability is available to anyone, particular prowess is noted amongst the community and often leads one or two people to being noted authorities. Does that actually add anything to it, or what? Ooh. Geography. Do I need to learn anything about any of this now? I don't know. I mean, they did say it was supplementary information, so maybe there's nothing specific. Map of Ireland. Some sections are carefully marked out. Looks to be Miss Quinn's schedule. Made a note of her movements. Ooh, that's useful. Is she in here? That was actually... Research desk. This would be useful if I want to look anything up. Information on Wilhelmina Blake. Thing is, what I want to do is I want to find where people are and, like, examine them. I know that sounds odd, but I'm thinking if I can learn where people are, then that'll help in the long run of, like, knowing where people are. Although, also, it has gone 10 o'clock. Okay, so we're doing alright. Oh, yeah, sure, quick save, why not? I think we're doing okay. I mean, we've got the first 2 objectives done and out the way. Apparently, we're working on getting the goop down. See, this is why it makes me think this is going to be a time loop game. Because it's a case of learning people's schedules in, like, multiple different runs and then having a perfect run where you convince everyone to not attend the seance. That seems to be the big thing. And it's like that... I don't know what it is, that weird goop device seems to be the thing that, like, keys you in to that. You know, that's how you know how well your perfect run is going. That would be my guess. That's my guess. But it just feels like this is going to be a thing. I could be wrong. Game could prove me wrong. Maybe it's not like it's so much a time loop as in you're just meant to play through the game, fail, and then you just start again. So it's sort of like a time loop, but not. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to take a break. Back in a minute, guys. And we are back. Okay, so where have we been and where have we not been? What is... Ah, it's just a wash closet. Fair enough. Alright, let's check all the rooms, see if we can identify where some people are at this early stage. Although I think... Rounds open at 10 AM. Fair enough. I think most people are in their rooms, aren't they? Ooh, book. Probably nothing important. Bathhouse. The bathhouse is closed for the winter months. Room number 8. Whoa. Okay, well we've got that at least. Then again, I suppose I did look at that map, which is why I've got the full map of the thing. Alright. I think most people at this point are probably in their rooms. The bar. 4 PM midnight. Supply closet. What the... Really? Private. Locked oak door. My memory of the outside is supposed to lead to Blake private residence. Okay. What else we got? Dining room. Basement. There is a basement, but we keep being told there's nothing there. Got the stables, 10 a.m. East Tower. Ooh. Woo. Another pattern like the dream. Oh, hang on, I kind of know this one. Hang on, I need to remember. That'll do it. Ooh. There's a hidden door behind the wall. Am I still dreaming? Not costing me any time. I'll poke my head in that. Oh my god. There's Rossington here. This is an unholy place. Oh my god, are we going to awaken the Canterville ghost or something? These look like bones. The skull, it appears to be human. Well, that can't be good. Was that a... No, it couldn't have been. My eyes are deceiving me. A hallucination caused by gas or mold in the air, perhaps. But how do I explain these flames? What is... What in God's name was that? That hole wasn't there before. I thought that was the thing coming back down or something. I was like, oh no, am I trapped? There's a sigil back here. They must have sealed off the passage to this area somewhere after Percival walled it up. Might as well. I mean, we're here, right? Same again, I guess. Space is even worse than the first one. Another skeleton in pieces. Is this what you wanted me to find? Okay, sure, we'll just pick up the dead body. Sure, why the hell not? Hold up lovers. What? How'd you know they were lovers? Well, that wasn't what I was expecting to happen, but it happened. Okay. Ah, okay. Alright, we've got a little bit more time left. I want to just explore what I can now. And then we'll... I don't know, if I have any spare time left at the end of my wanderings, maybe I'll talk to him for a couple of minutes. Oh, this one we can go into. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we looked at that. Where did I leave that damn Bible? Of course, I left it handy for Mass on Sunday. These symbols mean? What is this combination? Wait, I know this. Hang on. No, I do know that. That was in this. Plus semicircle, triangle, diamond. Neat. Wait, what the hell am I? Gents' changing room. Interesting. I don't have any locker keys. So that's interesting. Yeah, that door's locked. So that actually nets me. No one's gonna find me in here. But why? Why would I need to come in here? Like, what was with the code? I mean, I guess if we ever do find a key for one of these lockers, it might be useful. But I think at the moment I don't have anything for that. Okay. Still, good to know, I guess, for future reference. I suppose. Because this area is completely off limits otherwise. The only way in is through that door. Quote unquote door. Although the fact that there's a secret door in the supply room is a bit... Oh, hello. Just open any of the bedrooms leading off the atrium. Use the open Miss Erickson. Miss Barbosa's. Very useful. A rough stone cross. Those reddish stains are rust. At least I pray they are. Otherwise I need to ask why it's lying amidst the housekeeper's effects. Wheelchair. Who does this belong to? The wheels are worn, but the seat itself looks new. Perhaps it's been refurbished. Some toys, presumably Walter's. Letterblocks, pulsing dog, encyclopedia of undead creatures with vampires bookmarked. Niels. Okay. Still, that key, that's a good find. Anywhere else I haven't been? I don't think so. Looks like most of the rooms have been fixed and sorted. It's interesting that we get a map of the second floor, but not of the first. We kind of have to build our own map of the first floor, but looks like I got most of it. Actually, there's one room there I haven't been in. Everything else looks like I have. That's good. This is the drawing room. Ballroom, close for preparation for the ball. Makes sense. Well, the last tower we were in was certainly interesting. How's this one? Yeah, I had a feeling you'd do that. So is this literally just like Doctor Who Weeping Angels reference? Is that all it is? Wait, what? It's saying the door is there. I think that's on the wrong wall. I could be wrong, but I think that's just in the wrong place. And this is another upstairs corridor. Yes. ladies? What do you mean ladies? No, ladies WC apparently. I can go in here. I don't think I should. Loo roll. Did they have loo roll back in that day and age? I don't know. Like, legitimately, I actually do not know if they did or not. Green Ross room for men staying at the manor. I guess they must have had loo roll, huh? Would seem a bit odd that they'd put something like that in a game that otherwise is quite, well, I would assume at least quite accurate. Okay. Well, we got 2 minutes left until breakfast. Why'd say we have a conversation with you?
Ah, there you are now.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir, but do I know you?
No, I never said such. Just plainly, there you are, and you are.
You have me there, sir.
Sir, I'm no knight. I'm done enough in, and you can call me such. I'm a proud traveller protector of these lands.
Noted. I am Declan Ward. Also, not a knight.
Good to meet you, lad.
I take it that you've come for the séance.
Ah, yes and no. I'm here because of the séance, but not for it. I have no urge to speak to the dead. I doubt they have much comfort to offer up. What interests me is those people who want to speak to the dead, how they intend to do it, and more, what they will be doing afterwards to clean up their mess. These rich people, they think because they force themselves on these lands they can do what they want to them? It won't stand.
Oops, sorry. Clicked the button there. What do I want to talk to him about, considering I've got literally 1 minute to 9? I mean, presumably, unless the game interrupts something you're doing when you've hit a timer, which I shouldn't do, but let's talk to him about my dreams. Had any odd dreams since getting here? Strange dreams? Funny you say that. I never recall the dream, but I woke this morning with both wanting to stay and wanting to get the hell out of this place. Sure, how am I meant to do both? I wouldn't say that's a direct match for my dreams Miss Dean and I had. Oh, that's right, I'm supposed to be talking to people about those, aren't I? It's close, but not enough. Oh.
No, I should go.
Only do something if you want, not because you should.
Did say people were going to move around on the hour, so I guess that's... Breakfast is in the dining room. Breakfast does sound like a very good idea. Okay, well, he hasn't moved one iota. He's still standing there. Do I want to continue my conversation with him? Not immediately. Breakfast. Breakfast in the dining room. Where is the dining room? That's actually a good question. I think... Oh, hello. You're here. Thought you'd gone.
Hello again, sir. You here for the meal?
Yes.
Certainly, sir. Let me show you to your seat.
If you're looking for a seat, you're welcome to join us. I'm sure my companion here won't mind.
Why not? I'm being educated on the specifics of tomorrow evening's séance, and why, apparently, it's so impressive.
Ooh, 21 minutes. Yeah, I mean, we don't have anything big going on, and at this point, it's just information gathering, so sure.
Declan Ward, Pleased to meet you both.
Allow me to introduce Mrs. Olivia Darcy, and I am Lloyd Dupre.
Would you believe that he's somewhat of an expert on all things related to death?
She means I am an undertaker.
More than that, evidently. We were just talking about this Grand Séance, and I'm trying to understand what it is that makes it so grand. All séances are used to speak to ghosts. Is that not the entire point of them? So, wherein lies the distinction? Surely, if Miss Mantovani has held a séance before, then she has also made a ghost talk before.
No, though I understand the confusion. We have gotten close to that feat, parallel to it, but direct communication has not been achieved. Seances are used to invite a ghost to communicate, and to provide a means for them to do so. In the most successful cases, the spirit speaks through the medium themselves. But those cases are debunked at worst, and uncorroborated at best. There is no way to prove beyond doubt that the medium did not make it up. Now, in any records of direct sightings, and this is true of my own encounters, the ghosts cannot speak for themselves. Miss Mantovani intends to...
Oh dear, I've made a right hames of this. Don't fret, nothing's broke.
Oh, do you need help, Mrs. Joyce?
Oh, no, sir, thank you. I managed to drop it. I can manage to pick it back up, I'm sure.
Wait, 13. Shoot. Where was 13? Do I need that key? Because... Can I check this? It doesn't let me check the map. Do I need key for room number 13? I don't think I do. Do I? I can't remember if that one I got... No, I'll leave it for now. Won't matter in the long run, I hope. I just made a choice.
What a ruckus.
That poor woman. Anyway, where was I? Yes. The hope is that Miss Mantovani, with the right time, place, and people around her, will cut out the middleman, or middlewoman in this case, and have the spirit speak for itself.
Is that really possible?
Tomorrow night, the veil between worlds will be at its thinnest, and it's especially thin here, in this part of the country.
Is it?
Then, the hotel. It's not without its storied history. Plenty of uncrossed souls in these walls.
Yes, I've literally found 2 of them, would you believe? Yes, I know that.
That, of course, is where the danger lies.
Danger?
Spirits aren't to be trifled with. That gets forgotten sometimes.
Do you think he'll be in danger attending the seance?
I am putting my trust in Miss Mantovani. I don't believe she'll lead us wrong. We'll be fine, I think. So long as no one disturbs her workings.
Perhaps I'll stand farther back from the proceedings than I initially planned.
Yeah, stand at a safe distance, always a fair shout.
But I don't think I'm done with my questions, Mr. Dupre. I want to know more about your practice. After breakfast, would you join me for some air out front?
It would be my pleasure.
Oh, my key. I should put that back in my purse before I forget it.
Well, to the courtyard then, Mrs. Darcy.
Okay. So, yeah, I'm genuinely... Hang on. Oh, it doesn't have the numbers. So Darcy. Nah, she's over there. Well, there's always next time.
Sorry, sir. Would you mind waiting until we had the place cleared before returning?
Oh, okay. Investigate and profile Mr. Doyle, huh?
Sorry, sir. Would you mind?
Just not now. Okay. Well, I guess at this point, can we set it not askew? That might be important. This place has secrets. Gotta watch out for those stairs. Okay, so we've got... Go earwig in their conversation. Why not? It's a thread to pull on, isn't it? Although, hang on, where was the library? I'm thinking at this point people should start wandering around, so maybe I should find out where they are. Theoretically. Okay. So some people are still in the dining room. Apparently we know that. Maybe we should go earwig. Ooh. Okay, yeah, this is a bit foreboding, isn't it? So the stables are through there, huh?
They speak French over in Louisiana, don't they?
Oh, there's plenty of it in New Orleans, at least. Though, even the French speakers know enough English to deal with tourists. You wouldn't do too badly. And there are pockets of Irish people there, too.
Is that how you ended up here?
It is. I have, had a friend. She died not long ago. On her deathbed, she made me promise I'd bury her on her home soil. And so, I'm here.
And is she from around here? Is that how you ended up at the manor?
No, she's from the east, Louth. And no, I came here on the hope that the claims were real. That Miss Montavani could let us actually speak with the dead. I could feel her presence with me on the voyage here. I suspect her spirit resided with her ashes.
Resided? Have you lain her to rest, then?
No. Her ashes are in my room. But since coming here,
it doesn't matter. I don't want to dwell on it with such good company.
Then why don't you go back to telling me more about New Orleans?
Interesting. There's a thread to pull on. Hello, can I interrupt? Okay, let's do some analysis. Did not seem impressed with something. The event attendees, or me perhaps? Large brooch. Evidence of a ring worn for a long time and since removed. Interesting. Fine clothes and jewelry. Now that's a familiar thing, isn't it? I do. Oh, hurt. Okay. See, now I wish I'd grabbed her bloody thing. Never mind. Should we talk?
Mr. Ward, you've come back to me.
Had the most peculiar dream since coming here. Really? Ooh. Please do tell me more about your half-remembered slumbers. Honestly, Mr. Wood, there are so many real and tangible things happening here, and you want to discuss dreams? Only asking. She's definitely skeptic. Could we talk to her about her timetable? So what are your plans while you're here? I mean, attendance for Mr. Blake's talk at 11 and Miss Montebello's at 5, certainly. I suppose I'll have to make some time for lunch at 1 and plan to retire to my bedroom for some writing at 3. Suppose to work hard and play hard, Mr. Ward. So after all that, I shall pay the bar a visit in the evening too. Then on Sunday, I'll keep things light, I think. Church at 11 for my sins. Then back to my room for some more writing before and after lunch at 1. And of course, I don't know if I can face the seance without some liquid courage first. See, now that was a lot of information. If I'd nabbed her key, I'd know when best to use it. What's your opinion of this strange device? What do you make of that strange contraption in the atrium? The garish green tube? You can tell this place lacks a woman's touch. Fair enough. You seem unimpressed with something, Miss Darcy. Do I? Suppose you want to know if it's with you, Well, you can rest easy. Since coming here, I've had a great many things on my mind, and none of them are to do with the man I've just met. Fair enough. I've been hearing talk about this manor is haunted. Have you seen anything like that yourself? Well, if you said that to me not 2 weeks ago, I'd have rolled my eyes at you, sir. But this place has changed my mind on ghosts. Can't help but feel like strange things happen in this place. Tricks of the light and imagination, Mr. Ward, most certainly. I mean, aren't they? See, right now I'm wondering, should I bother asking her some of these other things? Because it's generally not a case of, I don't think you can piss people off enough that they won't talk to you. I think you can always find an excuse to talk to people. It's whether or not I want to use the time, because I want to talk to him as well. But you know what? Screw it. I'm here. I may as well gather as much information as I can. Have you recently removed a ring, Mrs. Darcy? I may or may not have. In either case, it's none of your concern. Fair enough. Do you happen to recall Miss which room Miss Dean was staying in. Near me, I know that. I overheard her and Miss Quinn arguing the other night. Not sure of the actual room. Don't recall seeing her coming or going from any room in particular. Not helpful. It's an interesting brooch you have there. Oh, well, yes, it's actually very important. I tell you, but it's, secret. One of those hush-hush secret society things, you see. What can you tell me about the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn? Oh, Mr. Ward, I'm not sure I should say anything at all. Wouldn't want to betray their trust in me, you understand. You suppose the seance will be successful? I would hope so. It's a long way to come for failure. But I'm sure all these experts... How hard can it be? I'm still struggling to understand the significance between asking a medium to tell me a ghost's name and asking the ghost itself. It's all the same to me as long as the ghost leaves afterwards. That's the part I'm interested in.
That was all. Good day.
Good day, Mr. Ward.
Well, there we go. That's all of that. Actually, a little... Anything here added? No.
Hello again, my friend.
What are your feelings on this Grand Séance? Must tell you, Mr. Ward, I'm no stranger to death. Certainly no stranger to spirits. But never before have I heard one speak. As compelling as that may be, the chill in my bones endures. You believe there's a risk? Oh, I'm sure Miss Mantovani will take good care of us. But I am an undertaker, Mr. Ward. I have welcomed the rageful dead, those unwanted, those unclean, or two in between to find their gods. And I fear we will forget that people after death are simply themselves with nothing left to lose. Have you noticed anything strange while you've been staying here? It would certainly be the place for that. I keep finding ash on my clothes. Don't have the faintest idea where it's coming from. Admittedly, I was afraid that... Well, I brought an urn with me. Thankfully, the lid is on tight. Have you seen that odd machine in the atrium? Of course. It's the most wondrous thing. Don't have the faintest idea what it is, but it's very impressive. Any plans for this weekend, Mr. Dupre? Plenty, Mr. Ward, though I have an especially busy day tomorrow, so I think I'll take it a little easier today. First of all, how could I resist a talk with our resident mystic, Miss Mantovani? I will certainly be in attendance at 5. Well then, I don't know, walk in the hedge maze before attending Miss Callaghan's talk at 3, I think. Don't want to wear myself out before the ball, so I won't do too much more than that today. Then tomorrow, well, there's lunch in the dining room at 1, and I think I'll take a late nap at 5. I suspect it will be a long evening. I also have a scrying session with Miss Callaghan at 11, and I'm attending her nephew's talk at 3. I'll certainly enjoy silent dinner at 8. Silent dinner? Oh yes, that's right. They said something about a silent dinner on the Sunday. Apparently we're all going to eat dinner in silence. It's going to be tricky because knives and forks clinking on plates. Probably just talking about, well, talk. The Grand Séance. Oh, I think I'm going to be there whether I want to or not. Been having strangest dreams of late. Have you? I'll confess to some strange patterns, yes. Mine started with the classic Celtic iconography around the hotel. Standing stones, spirals and all that. So it was all in the manor walls at first. But the more often I dream it, the more I'm seeing the same elements. But in my funeral parlour at home. That sounds unnerving. At first I found it quite comforting. The views of home are crystal clear and help me with my homesickness. Once I realised I could not reach home, then yes, unnerving. Could only ever find my way to the seance, or what I took to represent that. It's given some apprehension about attending, I cannot lie. I've already been here the longest, at least from the guests, any longer, and I fear this place will get its claws in me for good. The other person has experienced the same dream as Miss Dean and I. Can I find 2 more? You don't happen to know which room Miss Dean was staying in? Miss Darcy mentioned overhearing a fight between Miss Dean and Miss Quinn outside her room, room 13. Cannot help beyond that. Okay, so somewhere near room 13. We had a lot of talk about this place being haunted. You experienced anything like that? Oh, the manor is very haunted, alright. Souls around every corner. Some are more upset than others, but none of them are doing very well. Wouldn't be here if they were, after all. There's a whispering in many of the rooms, if you just listen for it. They'll be keeping here for some fetter. They'll be kept here by some fetter, some unfinished business or important artifact. The question is what that fetter is. I've heard the word fetter before. What do you know about fetters? Chains, Mr. Ward. Physically, yes, and spiritually. A ghost can no more escape its fetters than we can chains in a cell. Oh, right, yeah, sorry. Unless, of course, there's a key. Fetters are impermanent, then? They can be undone? Oh, yes. Some spirits need simply release their sorrow. Many need help to do so. But some ghosts are chained to worldly objects. In those cases, permanence is likely the intent. You're saying fetters can be made. I've made them, Mr. Ward, though only ever as a last resort. You know, Mr. Dupre, I can't help but admire your clothing. It's quite fine. Why, thank you. I run a funeral house back home. It's not glamorous work, but it's more than worthwhile. And I'm lucky enough to do quite well for myself these days. That's an unusual tattoo, if I might ask about it. Oh, this? It's Maman Brigitte Vere's her mark. It's Maman Brigitte's Vive. Vive? I don't know what it is. Consider it a devotional symbol. I'm an Ungan of hers, a priest as such. She's our lower of life. Forgive me if I'm butchering any of these pronunciations. And death. I suppose your analogy to a lower would be saint. She is born of your pagan goddess Bridget. Her believers took her with them when they fled to America. I guess the journey changed her, for want of a better way to explain it. Ooh, and even more stuff. Sure. I witnessed a person washing clothes in the fountain when I arrived. I'm wondering if you've experienced anything like this. Not I, but I do believe there is a creature here. A variant on the more well-known Binside. Instead of keening or singing to forewarns of death, this other creature washes the clothes of the doomed souls. I think she's called a Binai or washerwoman. I suspect there are entries on her in the library. Ooh. Okay. I take it you're close with Maman Brigitte, Mr. Dupre? Deeply. When grief is a constant companion, she is there to remind me that both the living and the dead need healers. I am devoted to her and her teachings. Do you know of the goddess Brid? I do. A friend of mine was a priestess of hers. Brid was not one of the sovereignty goddesses, but in some way she should have been. When the Catholic Church came here, she alone was deemed too powerful to be swept under the rug, so they canonized her. Saint Bridget of Kildare she became. A lot of the same domains: husbandry, midwifery, healing. You may have noticed her crosses hung along the walls of the manor. My own lower, Bridget, is said to be part of the old goddess that fled the church and was changed in that journey. It's interesting, isn't it? 3 versions of one goddess, all distinct yet so similar, all back together under this roof, so to speak. Anything else? Nope.
Not at all, Mr. Ward.
I wonder if this has added anything to his mystery. Nope. Okay. That took a lot more time than I was expecting. Still, some interesting information, even if nothing directly tied to any of the mysteries going on around here. Oh, blooming heck, is that the time? Okay, it is 11 o'clock. And that means I gotta go. I'm gonna make a save. And I guess we'll leave it there. This is interesting. Okay, I don't know if my theory about this being looped is true or not. If it is looped, you get a lot of time, but it does feel like you don't have enough time in one run to be able to ask everything. So picking and choosing what you ask and what you do does seem important, and it's clearly presenting me as choices, things I can do. So I'm wondering if there's an element of different choices in different runs can lead you to more information. You've got to slowly narrow it down and work out all these problems. It certainly seems like an interesting idea if that is where they're going. Time loop mysteries, man. Like this, even the layout of the you know, this thing, this, even this, when you look at when you look at like this, it feels very Outer Wilds, doesn't it? Where you get the little layout thing on that computer terminal. So I'm not necessarily complaining. As I said, I don't know if this is a time loop thing. It feels like it's got that going on. So it'll be interesting to see what happens, because it's obvious that we've got to convince everybody to not go to the sodding seance. But to convince them to do that, we've got to solve their puzzle. We've got to solve the mystery attached to them, and then they decide to not go to the seance. And I'm guessing the seance is something we don't want. So this is going to be interesting, but I think I'm into this. It's much slower paced than I was expecting, because time loop games tend to be quite rapid. You know, you think about, you know, Outer Wilds has its like 22-minute timer. There was the Forgotten City, which had, I want to say it was about an hour for the full run of that, but then you did less of them. So I'm thinking that's probably what this is about. Is like, you're going to loop, but I'm only going to loop like half a dozen times or something like that. I don't know specifically. Because I've also noticed the timers, like the hourglasses dotted around the environment to just pass time. So yeah, again, it feels like there's going to be a time loop element in this. Could be wrong, but it just, as I said, it's got that vibe to it. But yes, so we shall continue that next time. Thank you all for watching, everybody. I do hope you have enjoyed this. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.